sahlan dear viewers, and welcome back to our Learn Arabic show. So in our previous session we had discussed about singular, we did about mufrad, we did about dual, we did about the demonstrative pronouns. In dual we did about the hadhan, which is for masculine dual, and we did about hatan, which is for feminine dual. Now since we have already discussed about mufrad, singular, we have discussed about muthanna, now you must be thinking about plural, right? Now in the case of plural, there are actually two types of plural. We have the sound plural and we have the broken plural. The broken plural, which is al-jam' al-mukassir, and we have the sound plural. Now in the sound plural you can have examples like mu'allimun, mu'allimuna, you add a waw and a noon at the end. And in broken plurals, the thing with broken plurals is it's very vast, okay? So in broken plurals you have 15 different categories of broken plurals, right? So the broken plurals have different formats depending on the type of the word and depending on what vowels does the word carry. I mean, does it carry an accusative, genitive, nominative, or does it carry an accusative, nominative, genitive, such cases, right? So we have 15 different categories of al-jam'ul mukassir, that is the broken pronoun, plural. And we will be looking at that in our further classes because this is a bit too advanced for your level, for the beginner's level. So I have decided that our today's topic instead will be pronouns. I had told you last time we done about demonstrative pronouns. This time we are going to learn about pronouns like I, you, right? So our today's topic is going to be about pronouns. So we have 12 pronouns in Arabic, just imams are 12. You always have to remember pronouns are also 12. So we'll start with the first person. The first person pronoun we have is ana. Ana. Ana means I, okay, which is a first person singular, I. And then we have, this is for first person. And the second one we have is first person plural, which is we, that is nahnu. We say nahnu, we in Arabic, which means we. And then we have the second person, that was first person, this is second person. Now in second person, it's not like English, we have you for feminine and we have a you for a masculine. So if you're talking to a feminine, you have to use the you, which is used for the feminine. And if you're talking to masculine, you have to use that you, which is used for a masculine. Alright, so for the masculine, we have anta, which means you male, which means you for male, masculine. Okay, and if you want to address the feminine, you will be anti, okay? Anti. It's just a matter of changing the accusative sign to the genitive sign, and there's no more difference. So I have you, feminine. Right. And then we go to the second person, but plural. Right. So if I want to say you all, okay, so it will be different for masculine, different for feminine. So what if I want to say you all masculine, right? So I'm going to say antum. So antum, antum. Antum means you all masculine. And what about if I want to say you all feminine, okay? You all, let's say you all mothers, you all ummahat, okay? So I'm going to say antunna. So I have Antunna means you all, feminine. Right. So these are the first person, second person. Now we also have second person dual. Let's say I want to say you two girls, okay, you two boys, okay, you two teachers, okay. So how am I going to use the dual form? So if I want for a dual, I'm going to say antuma, which means you two, antuma, which means you two. And this, I can use this for both male or female. It remains the same. This dual antuma, I can say, for example, antuma waladan, you two boys. I can say antuma bintan, you two girls. So this you two, okay, it's used for both masculine and feminine. So for both masculine plus feminine. So you should know these pronouns. We'll be now heading to the third person. Right. So I want to form a sentence with ana. So I can say ana muallimatun. I am a teacher. Teacher, female. Why female? Because muallimatun. Muallimatun ending with a ta marbuta. Then I have nahnu. I can say nahnu muslimun. We are Muslims. Nahnu muslimun. Okay, Muslimun is the plural for Muslim, and I said this, we'll be discussing this in our further session. So, nahnu muslimun, example. Let's say if I want to say, anta tawilun, you masculine are tall. Anta tawilun, anti. What if I want to say, anti bintun, you are a girl, just for feminine, you. Then antum, okay, for you all masculine, okay. And then antunna, you all feminine, okay. And then antuma is for you two, but antuma in the dual form, it's used for both masculine and feminine. So now we'll be going to, I'll list down the third person pronouns, then we can start formulating sentences using these pronouns. So I'll go to the third person. So we're done here with first person and second person. Right, so I'll go to third person. So in our third person, we have what in English? We have they, we have he, we have she. So if I want to say he, I will say huwa. Huwa means he, right? If I want to say she is hiya. Hiya means she, okay? If I want to say they, okay? But they what? They male, okay? So I'll say whom. They all male, okay? Which means they all, but masculine, right? And if I want to say they all female, I'll say hunna. Means they all female. And then if I want to say they two, male plus female, they two, I want to address two people, so I'll say huma, meaning they two, both male plus female. Now I want you to notice a trend to make this easier for you to remember, because it has a lot of specifications, so you need a way to make it easier for you to remember. So remember in the second tense, second person, sorry, I had said about antum. This is just a small way for you to remember easily the pronouns. So I had said antum. Antum means what? Antum means you all masculine, right? You all masculine. Antum, hum. Okay, both end with meme. Antum, you all masculine. Hum, they all masculine. It's just a bit of similarity, making easier for you to remember. Antum you all, masculine. Whom, they all, right? And for you too, dual, I will have what? Antuma. Antuma, right? So antuma means what? You too, male plus female. So this is in the second tense, right? Now if I want to say it in the third person, I will say huma. So you notice this meme and alif, same here, representing dual. Huma, they two, male plus female. Antuma, you two, male plus female. So this is just an easier way for you to remember. Then I had said you all female, antunna, and they all female, hunna, right? So there's a bit of a similarity in the last letter, okay? So that makes it easier for you to remember. Okay, so here, huwa, here, hum, hunna, and huma. Okay. All right, there's another way where you can make it easier to remember. So I'll just break it down for you. Okay, so we said that you, masculine, means anta. This you have to remember. There's no way out. Okay, so I have anta. Anta means you male. Okay, singular, you male, singular, anta. Okay, now I want to make this into dual, two. So what will I add? I will add meme plus an alif, right? So I want to make this into dual. So if I want to change this into dual, I will simply add a meme and an alif, right? So I'll have antuma. So what have I done here? I have just added a meme plus an alif. I'm changing this you masculine from singular to dual, right? So I have made this antuma. So what have I done? I have added meme plus an alif to this word here to change it from singular to dual. And then the same applies for third person. Third person, what do I have? I have huwa. Huwa. Huwa means he, right? So if huwa means he, now I want to change this singular. Again, I want to change this into dual. I want to make he into dual, right? So I'm going to remove this waw and add again meme and alif. So I will drop this waw. So first of all, this waw here, I'm going to drop it, okay? And then I'm going to add a meme plus alif, just the way I did in the first case. So huma. Huma means they two, male plus female. This is you two, male plus female. This is they two. They two, male plus female, right? So huwa, I have dropped down the waw here and it has become huma. So I've made it into they two, right? And this applies for both male or female. So you have understood how to convert the singular into dual, because dual, it's the same for both masculine and feminine. Dual always is the same for both masculine and feminine. There's no difference. Right, now let's go to the plurals, okay? The plurals. Right, so the easy method to remember plurals, okay, so I have, again, I'll write my anta. And of course, plurals is different for masculine and feminine. So there, I have my anta, you male. You male, singular, right? That is anta. Now I want to change this into plural. So how am I going to change this into plural? I'm going to add a meme sakin. I'm going to add a meme sakin to this word to change this into plural. So from singular to plural, What am I going to do? Mim sakin. So it's going to become, adding a mim sakin there, antum. This is for male only. Antum. So what have I done? I have simply added a mim sakin to this word to make it plural, to make it you all masculine. Okay, so this is you all masculine. Right, now for feminine, it's going to be different. Okay, because I said the only thing that is similar in both masculine and feminine is muthanna, is dual. Right, so for the feminine, it will be different. So I have anti. Anti means you female. You female, singular. Right. So I want to change this into a plural. I want to say you all female. I want to say you all mothers. So I'll say antunna ummahat. Okay. So what am I going to do here again? I'm going to add another letter. It won't be similar to this. I'm going to add what? I'm going to add a noon shadda with a fatha there. So I've converted this singular into plural. Okay? So how is it going to look? Just antunna. Antunna, right? So this is you all feminine, right? So anti becomes antunna. I've added a noon shadda with a fatha. Anta becomes antum. Anti, antunna. What about the third person? What if I want to say they all masculine? Right. So for you all, I had said you all masculine is antum. Antum is you all masculine. Right. So if I want to say they all masculine, so it's the same thing. So he means huwa. Right. So what am I going to do? Again, I'm going to drop down the waw. So I'll drop down this waw and then I will add a mim sakin. So once I've dropped down the waw, I will add a mim sakin. So it will become hum. So I have changed this huwa into hum, which means they all masculine. They all masculine. Okay? And what if I want to do the same for the female? I want to say they all female. So again, I'll go back to you all female, the second person, which we said was antunna. Which we said was antunna, right? Which means you all feminine. So I'm going to change this into third person, they all feminine. So what am I going to do? I have this noon shadda with a fatha. I'm going to add the same thing here. So I have hiya. Hiya means she. So just the same case with the he. What am I going to do here? I'm going to drop this ya. So once I've dropped this out, I've taken it out here, I remain with the ha. And what am I going to do? Instead of adding a meme, like in the case of he, I'm going to add a noon shadda, right? A noon with a tashdid and a fatha, an accusative. So it's going to become what? Hunna. And what does hunna mean? They all feminine, right? So I'll have they all feminine, right? So this is just a simple way of remembering, but it's depends how you feel better to learn. If you just prefer cramming or trying to remember it like this, it's up to you. So this is just a simple method of trying to remember the words. So I have antum, 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 you all, masculine, antum. And I want to change it into third person, antum, hum, right? Antum, hum, antunna, hunna. So do you see that kind of link, right? The last letter here remains the same, okay? So now we will try to form simple sentences using these pronouns. Of course, we're going to skip out the plurals since we haven't really done the plurals. We haven't learned all the 15 categories of broken and the other of sound. Right. So I will just start with the first person and second person. So I have ana, just the singulars today. I. Right. So I want to make sentences. So I'll just make sentences just usually. So I want to say, for example, I am a girl. So I'll say ana bintun. Which means what? I am a girl. This means I, this means a girl. Okay. Another sentence, what if I want to say, for example, ana twalibatun. We said twalibun. Just to know, twalibun, will be doing professions. Twalibun means male student. Okay. Now, if I want to change this male student into a female student, I will just add a ta marbuta, because we said ta marbuta denotes feminine. So I'll just add a ta marbuta here, and I'm going to have what? Twalibatun. So I'll have twalibatun. And what does twalibatun mean? Female student. Right. So I want to say I am a female student. So what will I say? I'll say ana twalibatun. Means what? I am a female student. Female. Right. Another sentence, if I want to say I am a Muslim. Okay, so Muslim, again, it will take different. For feminine, different for masculine. So Muslim for masculine will be Muslimun. For feminine will be Muslimatun. I will add a ta marbuta. So I have ana Muslimatun. Which means what? Which means I am a Muslima. I am Muslim. Right. So these are the very simple sentences you can form using ana, which you can form using the I pronoun. So I will encourage you to try to converse these, these small sentences, because when you go to an advanced level and when you're already getting used to with the small sentences, it's going to be very easy to converse with the long and the advanced sentences, right? Now we go to Anta. So we'll be forming sentences using Anta. Right, so Anta means what? Anta means you, masculine. So I have Anta, which means you, masculine. Right. So I want to say you are a student. So I'll say Anta. Will I say twalibatun? No. Why won't I say twalibatun? Because twalibatun is for female. So I'll say Anta twalibun. Anta twalibun means you male are a student. Right, what if I want to say you male are tall? So I'll say Anta tawilun, right? Anta. I hope you remember, you recall from the adjectives we had done the meaning of tall. Anta, which is tawilun. Which means what? Which means you masculine are tall. What about any other sentence? You are a teacher. For example, I want to say male teacher, of course, because I have used the pronoun you for masculine. So even the noun is going to correspond to the pronoun. So I'll say Anta, which is for, I'll use the masculine term. So I'll have Anta. Anta what? Anta muallimun. Why not muallimatun? Because muallimatun is for feminine. So I'll say Anta muallimun means you male are a teacher. Right, so we have done Anta, and the same sentences will also apply to Anti. Only notice that the nouns will change. So if I have Anti, it will become Anti talibatun, Anti tawilatun, Anti muallimatun, right? Now finally we will just construct sentences with huma. Of course, we are not going to go to the plurals, so we'll just finish off with antuma, which are the duals. Right. So antuma, we had said what? We had said is dual, and dual for both male and female. So it means you two, male plus female. Right. So if I want to say you two are tall, right? Or if I want to say you two are girls, so I'll say what? I'll say antuma bintan. Remember we had done how to convert the mufrad into muthanna in our previous session. Right. So antuma bintan means you two are girls. If I want to say use for boys, of course I can use for masculine as well, since antuma is dual for both masculine and feminine. So I can say antuma waladan. So I have antuma waladan. Means you two are boys. Right, so this is how you can construct sentences using the dual tense, right? So we'll just have a very quick summary of what we did today. So what did we learn today? We learned all the 12 pronouns. So what are the 12 pronouns? We said was I, ana, first person. Then we said we, which is what? Nahnu. Then we said what? You, masculine, which is what? Anta. Then we went to you, feminine, which is anti. Then we went to you two, masculine plus feminine, which is what? Antuma. Then we went to you all, masculine, which is what? Antum. Then we went to you all, feminine. This is you all, masculine. You all, feminine, which is what? Antunna. Right. Now, if I want to convert it into the third person, what will I do? For they two. For they two, I will look at you two. So they two will become huma. You two, antuma. They two, huma. Okay. You all masculine is antum. So they all masculine, hum. Antum, hum. Okay. Antuma, huma. Okay. Antunna, you all feminine, and they all feminine will become hunna. So antunna, hunna. So that is how we looked at the pronouns. We went to formulating sentences. So I'm sure by now, at least just the very basics, at least you can try to convert such simple sentences. Inshallah, we'll meet in our next session. For now, Khudafiz and have a nice day.